All right, everybody, welcome back to 1 Billion Stories. We're here with David at St. Thomas University. David Smither at St. Thomas University here in Houston, Texas. And first of all, David, your shirt is catching my attention. And JP2, he's passed now, but we were able to experience his pontificate during our earlier years. And what effect did he have on your life growing up?
Well, I've actually got to give you a caveat on that.
Yeah.
You haven't even heard this yet, but I'm a baby convert Catholic. So I did not experience the pontificate of our late and great Holy Father John Paul the Great. But he has been a father to me among the saints since my conversion.
When did you convert, and what were you before you became Catholic?
In a nutshell, let's see here. I was raised Episcopalian.
Okay.
So Christian upbringing, really, wholesome childhood upbringing.
Sure.
Lost my faith at 9 years old. I was agnostic for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Got really involved in Buddhism my senior year in high school. Wanted to run off to Thailand and be a Buddhist monk, actually. And about 6 months later, Jesus kind of came and knocked on the door of my heart, and everything's been different since then.
Yeah.
And I found him in his church, or rather was found and rescued by our Blessed Lord in his church. And I was confirmed and received in the Holy Mother Church just over 18 months ago.
Okay.
Just last month. It was 18 months.
Wow.
So I'm a straight up baby.
Wow. Yeah, sure.
But you're talking about my shirt, Theology of the Body.
Sure.
Has been more than anything else. Theology of the Body has been more formational for me in the faith than any other particular aspect of Catholic teaching. It was one of the things that really grabbed my attention when I was coming into the church. And after my instruction in the faith and confirmation, I was looking at, all different types of theologies at that point and just getting grounded in the faith in general. But after coming into the church, I really dove into a catechesis on theology of the body, started reading the Pope's text, and especially, I tell everybody, read and listen to Christopher West, because the man's just an incredible promoter and educator and a very authentic interpreter of the Pope's teaching. Mm-hmm. And I just encourage everybody, dive into this teaching and you will never look at the universe the same way again.
Sure.
It's mind-boggling.
Awesome. Now, so just to get this straight, you went from Episcopalian, growing up as a child, to getting into Buddhism a little bit, and then you were agnostic for a while, then into Buddhism, and then Catholic. All right, that's a pretty big transformation, a pretty big circle. Getting a little more specific, why did you come into the church specifically?
In a nutshell.
Yeah, I know it's a big topic.
Yeah, I mean it's a long story. Like I said, I was agnostic for like 10 years, and then I got really interested in Buddhism very shortly before my conversion to Catholicism. When I tell that to people, a lot of people are surprised, because Buddhism is sort of renowned for being like completely anti-dogmatic, whereas people look at Catholicism as one of the most dogmatic religions that has ever existed. We have this authoritative church, we talk about an infallible pope, and so that throws people off. But I maintain vehemently that it was a Buddhist sort of philosophical mindset that enabled me to embrace the Catholic faith, because what the Buddha really taught people to do was to seek the truth. And Christ and his church is the fullness of truth on this earth. And with a Buddhist mentality that I was seeking truth, when I was confronted with the truth of Christ, and my conversion was not so much. There was a lot of intellectual conversion. There was a lot of reading and things that went on afterwards, but that was after I'd fallen in love. Like, sure. I had an encounter with Christ, which was a very heart-to-heart kind of conversion, where my heart was converted before my head was.
Sure.
And afterwards, I was like, okay, what's with this whole? That was just being sort of reverting back to Christianity.
Sure.
And then I started looking at Catholicism, because actually this this encounter took place in a private confirmation mass for a friend of mine who converted to Catholicism. And I was at that mass. I literally walked into the church that morning as an agnostic Buddhist and walked out again head over heels in love with our blessed Lord. Like, it was a day that I will never forget in my life.
That is awesome.
And within about a month after that, I started looking very seriously at Catholicism. Within a couple months after that, I was receiving personal instructions from the Monsignor who confirmed me 8 months later, I think.
Sure.
And yeah,
Awesome.
I'm
Now-
amazingly grateful and blessed Catholic
Sure.
since then.
Now, real quick, I know we're going longer than I said I would keep you, but that's okay. If there's someone out there who is listening to this who was in your shoes 2 years ago, approximately, where they're seeking, they're trying to find the truth. Could you give them any sort of help or recommendation on how they could continue down that path?
Be honest with yourself, and more than anything else, I would quote our Lord Jesus in the Gospel says, "Seek and you will find." The truth will set you free, but you have to seek it. God is a lover. He's not a rapist. He's never going to force himself on you.
Yeah.
But if you are a sincere seeker, you're going to find him, because if you have that spark of seeking in you, he's already seeking you before you even know it.
Yeah.
Because as Augustine said most famously, some of the most famous words in Christian history, our hearts are restless, O Lord, and you made us for yourself, O Lord, and our hearts are restless until they rest in you. And so, if you're seeking, seek and you will find.
Yeah.
Be absolutely honest. Seek the truth. Seek to understand. Ask questions. Don't settle for anything less than, what do they say in court? You want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And this church religion, you can call it whatever you want. It is a living, breathing incarnation of God on this earth, and it is the fullness of truth, the fullness of joy and beauty and love and everything good that makes human life amazing.
It's awesome, man. Thank you so much, David. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.